All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Talladega. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The high-octane Racing League Buschwackers Series hits the Superspeedway, the crown jewel of Superspeedways. That is Talladega for race number 5 of the season. It's a 70-lap race, and there's going to be a lot of pack racing, a lot of leaders as well. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, a little super speedway action here in July. It's race number 5 of the season. It's Dega. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Man, it's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, wow. Out doing some, taking a class, man. Class is over, baby. And we are hitting the high banks here at Dega tonight. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. 70-lap race, race number 5 tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Good to see Ritzky in here, Claudio, Givaldo starting us off as usual. And you get a 70-lap race in store for you at Talladega. We're a little bit behind here. We're going to let this clock run out. We got about 13 minutes left here in the practice session, so everybody's chance to join up and get going. Yeah, this is race number 5. It's Dega tonight. Next week we'll be at Dover for a 130-lap race. Wow, man, that's going to be a fun one, huh? Glad I'm not racing that track. I hate that track. Indy coming up after that, man. It's my home, baby. I'll stay home from the real race just to broadcast. Wait a minute, that's a different day. I can go to the real race, maybe. Iowa, Watkins Glen, and Richmond finishing out the season here in the Buschwackers Series. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and then smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live, when I finally go back to live, huh? Thank you to all those folks who have stuck it out, and all the new subscribers, all the people who have been here from the beginning, and everybody in between. Thank you so much for your support here at TurnLeftTV. I never thought that I would be at 950. I never thought I'd have 90 subscribers, to be honest with you. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to help me out, you can buy me a coffee by clicking on the link down in the description of the race. And I appreciate all your support, man. Let's have a good race here tonight. $11 minutes left to go in the practice session. And is there anybody who doesn't know anything about, or knows anything about racing that doesn't know about Talladega? My heavens, man. Talladega, 2.666. Miles in length, 4.28 kilometers. Banking in turns 1 and 2, about 33 degrees, and roughly around 32.5 degrees in 3 and 4. The tri-oval's got some banking there, 16.5 degrees, and the backstretch at 3 degrees. Really think the tri-oval is where a lot of things happen here at Dega, man. Things get tightened up through that tri-oval area. So you're going to have to be careful here tonight. When things happen here, they happen big. Don't forget to support my boy Claudio Bardelli Jr. by following him over there to that YouTube channel, the Sober Tom Podcast. Claudio Bardelli Jr., all things music there on the Sober Tom Podcast. Check him out. He does that on Wednesdays, I believe. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. But check him out, man. You can see the podcast that he's done. You can get the live ones as well. That's Sober Tom Podcast there. Claudio Bardelli Jr., all things music there. The Samba Man. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. How about hosting your website or your online store? VPS hosting and shared web hosting also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. I shouldn't chew gum and broadcast at the same time. It's a bad idea. You hear me choking. I'm choking on my gum. Get some chatters in here, of course. I mentioned those fellas, Duvaldo and Claudio and Ritsky. Good to see Ritsky, man. One of our great Indonesian drivers. It's been a while since I've talked to Ritsky, so the teacher is back. Yeah, that's right, man. I got about 2.5 weeks before I got to go back to work. Help me. Help me hit the lottery. That's why I need your donations, so I don't have to go back to work. Got some more racing headed your way this weekend. Man, I'm going to be out on the track tomorrow at Portland. I love this track, man. This road course, I'm doing the short circuit here. It is the sprint circuit, and it is really not super technical, and it's a lot of fun, man. I was out there testing it out in the Next Gen Series, so that's coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. is the qualification. Take a look at the point standings here in the Buschwackers Series. Coming into race number 5. Gordon Carter is our points leader. 3 points over Claudio Bardelli Jr. Dana Grover is tied for the 3rd position with Dennis Gudichin. Preston Hassel sits in 5th. Archie Vieta 6th. Tied with Givaldo for 6th place. Julio Caligari sits in the 8th position. Benner Silva just behind in 9th. Sean Jacobs is 10th in points. Take a look at a P11 through 18. Jelson Neto sits in the 11th position. Craig Marizon 12th. Chris Hughes is 13th. Jesus Iglesias is 14th. Franco Alvarez is 15th. I actually raced. Oh my God, did I race? I forget. Skip that guy. Dan Richter is 17th. And Tony Furtado sits in the 18th position. So those are the standings coming into tonight's race. Oh boy. John Stanley also joined us in the chat. Said the Ritsky Nowhere says, bet you're the best teacher on and off the track. No, I'm not. I'm a better teacher than I am a racer, I'll tell you that. Tons better teacher than I am a racer. And broadcaster. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action on Wednesday at New Hampshire. Man, I'm glad I'm not racing in this series. Oh, wait a minute, I have been. Oh, my heavens. I'll be honest with you, I hate this track. But I'll be out there, man. It is a lot of fun in the tough trucks, so it's going to be an interesting one, man. It's flat, when a mile in length, flat, and 110 laps there, tough on tires. That's coming up on Wednesday, July the 16th. Got about 5 minutes left to go before we hit the qualification session. Oh, I gotta turn that. That's not right. That's not the right time for that. That's not the right time for that song. I switched up my playlist here a little bit, so I may end up playing some stuff over again. I apologize for that. It has been a while since I've done a broadcast. It really has. So it's been interesting. Been about 3 weeks or so. I did the IndyCar Series, finished that out on Saturdays. Check that out on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Appreciate that. And, congratulations to all those IndyCar drivers, man. Did a great job. They had a little bit of a mess there at the actual Indy track. Problems there. But otherwise, it was a great season. Talladega, man, what are the keys to the race here? Be patient. I say that a lot of times, but, it's easy to drive here. It really is. It's an easy track to drive, but once you start getting into traffic, the car jumps around a little bit. The draft is huge. You got to be checkup ready, especially leave yourself some room between you and the driver in front of you, because you do see a lot of checkups in pack racing. Pick a lane, too. What I see here at this track is those guys that are dicing back and forth between the inside line, the outside line, and back and forth. That causes some problems there. By the time they decide they want to move, that spot is already full. Make good pit stops here, too. You're probably going to see green flag pit stops here tonight. And guys really like to get every split second they can getting off the track to come down pit lane. And what they end up doing, they end up either spinning out before they get to pit lane, in that no man's area, or they speed. You got to make some frenemies tonight, man. There is no way you're going to be able to make this race or win this race by yourself. You're going to have some frenemies here tonight to work with. So that should be a key point there as well. So those are my race keys here tonight at Talladega. Couple of minutes left to go before we qualify. As we see Dennis Yurichin and Jesus Iglesias getting some drafting practice in. And Baron Silva rejoining, looks like. Guys getting some practice coming off coming off the track, coming down pit lane. Don't forget to join me over there at highoctaneracing.net. I have been a little bit behind the eight ball and updating the website here, but trying to get that back up, man. I've been so busy with taking a class, man. I was just absolutely swamped. But that is all over and done with, and we'll try to get this thing updated here. But check it out, highoctaneracing.net. So these guys are headed over to the qualification session. Here in about 30 seconds or so. Qualifying position, I don't think is super important here, honestly. Track position, I think it's more of a, hey, get in a pack, ride with the pack, be cool, get through pit stops, and then go racing there in that last maybe 15, 20 laps. Go get after it. We got a chance. We'll take a look at the Tough Trucks schedule. This is our Wednesday night series. We'll be at New Hampshire here on July the 16th, and followed by Lucas Oil Raceway. The trucks will actually be at Lucas Oil that weekend as well, I believe. Daytona coming up on July the 30th, and finishing out the season on August the 6th. Are we that close to August? My gosh, bro. Watkins Glen, 35-lap race there. So that's season number 3 in the Tough Trucks series. All right, headed over to quals. And again, if you're just joining us, this is Talladega Superspeedway here tonight. And it is a 70-lap race, and we are headed over to the qualification session. Looks like Chris Hughes is our first driver out on the track. So as I mentioned, qualification position I don't think is a huge deal here. You got plenty of room when you pit, so it's not so much of having somebody ahead of you or behind you. Right now, taking a look at the 7 car. This is Chris Hughes in the Chevy. On Shape sponsored Chevy. We'll point to that 9A7 there in that first sector, 17 and sector number 2. I don't think they've got these sectors equally spaced out, to be honest with you. Let's take a look at what that time is for the 7. 52.538 there for him. Let's take a look at Preston Hassel in the Ford. Castrol sponsored Ford.
A lot of soul.
And a 52.418 to the top of the grid there in the Ford. Preston Hassel. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19 in his outlap. Catch up with him once he starts his timed lap here. And let's take a look at that's Chris Hughes. We already got him, man. He eat up all the camera time. I'm at the 47 and Dennis Uderchin in the Toyota. Buffet pizza, baby. One of our great Ukrainian drivers. the great Ukrainian driver. Let me put it that way. Worked hard at the top of the grid with a 52.285. Tony Furtado, he's been off for a little bit. He's up there in P2 now. Chris Hassel is third. Givaldo fourth. Fifth right now is Chris Hughes. Let's see where Dennis Unichin lands. 52.435 P7 for Dennis. How about Givaldo? Right now sits fifth on the grid. Looks like he may be done with his qualification session there. Got Jesus Barbecue Iglesias at 22. Orange Crush sponsor machine driving the white Orange Crush car tonight. Top time, Gordon Carter of 52.285. Here's our Jesus Iglesias running his first time lap. Gordon Carter the top time. Furtado second. Grover third. Preston Hassel fourth. Givaldo Spindler is fifth. A couple guys haven't qualified yet. Benner Silva, Julio Caligari, Chelsea Neto. And I believe maybe let a guy jump out here real quick. Expect he'll be joining us back here soon. See where Jesus lands here for his first time lap. .52.433 for Jesus. He's up to P7. See if he can better that in lap 2. He's a little bit behind the 8 ball there with sector number 1. Not too far, though. He's got a chance of moving up the grid just a little bit to push past Chris Hughes. A lot of Chevys up there. Chevys in the top 5. And let's see where Jesus is at. A weird track where that finish line is. 52.359 up to P3 for Jesus. Burgers on the grill for barbecue. Oh, are there barbecue burgers? Wait a minute. Ribs on the grill for barbecue. I don't know if I've ever had a barbecue hamburger. Maybe I have. I'm pretty plain on my hamburgers, man. Like a pickle, mustard, and ketchup, and that's it. Pickle, mustard, and ketchup. Don't put onions on it. Don't put any cheese on it. There we go. So it looks like these guys got a couple minutes left in the quals, but Jesus finished up his qual session. And that's going to do it for him. Again, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. Like right now.
It's gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're pacing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas. All right. Race fans, my heavens. My heavens. Buschwackers. Saturday night. Thunder. Tough trucks. Nascar, IndyCar, GT3.
All right, I think we're back. These guys are in the warm-up session. We'll take a look at the qualification results. Qualifying, Gordon Carter in the 56 car with a 52.285 will start in P1. Tony Furtado makes it an all-Chevy front row in the 9 car with 52.298 will start in P2. Jesus Iglesias in the 22 will start in the 3rd position. Dana Grover, the top Toyota, starts in the 4th position. Preston Hassel in the 27 will start 5th. Starting in the 6th position will be Givaldo Spindler in his 68 car. Chris Hughes will start 7th. Dennis Uderchin in the Toyota in the 47 car will start in P8. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in the 9th position. And Ben Silva will start in 10th. Starting in 11th will be Giulio Caligari. Gelson Neto will start in P12. And I think we'll have Ritsky Nova back in here as soon as he gets that connection thing figured out. Keep our fingers crossed there for him. We'll take a look at the schedule here at, here we go, in the Buschwackers Series. Halfway through after tonight, we'll start the back half of the season next week at Dover. Indy follows that on July the 25th. Iowa coming up on August the 1st. Watkins Glen on August the 8th. And finishing out the season at Richmond on August the 15th. a little over 5 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Good chance for us to check the side-by-side view and make sure that's working. Looks like it is. Hey, I got it right this time, I think. Feels like it's been forever since I've actually broadcast. It's crazy. Get the Saturday Night Thunder coming up tomorrow night. We'll be at Portland International with 45-lap race there in the sprint circuit too. Not too technical, man. I got out there. I like this track. I really do. And it's pretty fun in these cars as well. It's not a technical layout. The sprint layout is not really that technical. It's kind of slow sometimes in a first, second gear, getting around some of those corners, but it's going to make for some close racing, I think. Portland International coming up tomorrow in the Saturday Night Thunder Next Gen Cup Series, baby. About Dana Grover, how about that, man? Fireball Flash. Guess that means he's racing from home tonight. You see that paint scheme. That's a little crazy. Thought we were going to see him at Tracks VR. But they're all going to be cheering him on, though. Big supporters there of sim racing. Got about 3.5 minutes left to go. Couple of minutes left to go in the warm-up session. We'll get the command to start the engines. Gonna get your picks in now. Man, this is gonna be a tough one here. My pick. I am going to go, how about this? I'm going to go with, man, this is a tough one. Holy smoke. Okay, here's where I'm going. He's been pretty fast here tonight. You ready? There you go. That's my pick to win this race tonight. That is Givaldo Spindola, baby. Track Day Media says Tracks VR is away at the Calgary Stampede with the simulators. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot Dana told me that, man. That's awesome. Tracks VR needs to haul their stuff down here to Indy for the Brickyard weekend. Get that going, man. That'd be a huge hit. I mixed all my songs up here, man, so I got a little wacky playlist here now. But moved the icons around on the desktop a little bit and tried to arrange it. Now I don't know my order. Did I ever have an order anyway? I don't think so. All right, man, I got my pick in. That's Givaldo. We're watching him right now. So I picked to win this race. Lock it in, baby. Lock it in. Jesus just behind him at 22. Guys might work together tonight, man. Laces is fast as well. A couple Chevys there working together. And it looks like we are ready to rock and roll, baby. You ready to rock and roll? Oh boy!
All right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go, man. I'm a little rusty here. I'm a little rusty. All right, man. It is 70-lap race here at Talladega. And this could be a wild one. Let's take a look at the starting order. Gordon Carter starts in P1, that 56 car. Tony Furtado in the 9 starts in P2. Jesus Iglesias starts in the 3rd position. Dana Grover will start in P4. Top Toyota in the field. Preston Hassel starts in the 5th position. Givaldo Spindola will start 6th. In 7th will be Chris Hughes. Dennis Yuchin starts in the 8th position. Starting in 9th will be Claudio Bardelli Jr. Benner Silva starts in the 10th position. Julio Galagari starts in 11th. And Gelson Neto will start P12. Starting in the 13th position will be Ritsky Novar, the Raven Puff. Well, my keys to the race, wherever they went. Keys to the race here tonight, man. Gordon Carter, is he going to exercise some patience tonight, be checkup ready? Stay up front. You don't have to worry about being checkup ready. Pick a lane tonight, man. Make good pit stops and make some frenemies. All right, boys and girls, let's get this party going. Going to be a fun one, man. Dega. Hopefully these guys exercise some patience here. We don't want to see a bunch of caution flags tonight. Nobody wants to see that. Pick a lane, baby. Pick a lane. Commit to it. Give yourself some room between you and the car in front of you. Be patient. Gordon Carter's been on a winning streak too, man. He's had wins in the trucks. Saturday Night Thunder looking for the Buschwackers. 56 car, high place moving. Crew is on point. Pace car's off. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're off. Green flag here at Dega. By being a little patient here, that outside line, not no bueno on that one. Now, Jesus Iglesias right behind the 56. 27, Preston Hassel running in 3rd. Chris Hughes is in the 4th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is 5th. That outside line, not the place to be right now, I don't think. Not enough guys up there to make a run at it. There's 4 drivers up there, led by Tony Furtado in the 9. Julio Galagari just below him in the 6 car. Dana Grover in the 89 running behind Tony Furtado. Furtado looking to try to figure out how to get down to that bottom line. I say no panicking right now, man. And you see Dennis Judic diving down to the inside. No panicking right now, man. Just get in line, get some laps in. We're trying to squeeze in there. No need to do that. How about Justin Neto in the 12, Tim Horton's sponsor machine. Ahead of him is the 5. Oh, might have been some contact there with Furtado and Neto. Justin Neto in the 12. Boy, he had a little bit of a scare, didn't he? Woo, boy. Furtado looked like maybe checking that rearview mirror or something, but he came down and a little bit of contact. A little bit of contact. Now they're single file. And that got a little interesting there. These guys jumping back up to the high side to see if they can't. Look at this replay right there. Boy, that got close. Got close. No panicking there, though. Holy smokes. That could have been a big one early. Gordon Carter is the leader. Asa Iglesias in second, Preston Hassel third, Chris Hughes is fourth, and Claudio Bargelli Jr. rounding out the top 5. Dennis Judic and Dana Grover racing back there in the back right now, just biding their time. And you see Tony Furtado and Givaldo Spindle up on the high line. On board here with Dennis Judic as he follows Justin Neto in that 12 car. Furtado looking ready. Oh, no! Oh, no! Contact there. Contacted. No yellow. Whoa, man. How in the world did he hang on to that? Holy smokes. That got interesting in a hurry. Take a look at this. Dennis Judic. Oh, it looked like Neto went across the track. Oh, they're right there. Contact with Judic. Holy smokes. Take a look at that again. If you see the 12 car, he goes up. I don't know if he's trying to stick that car in the little gap there or not, but he got up there in the high line, got into Givaldo, and then contact there with Dennis, and wow. I don't know how those guys kept from wrecking. As we go back to live here, and Judic now off the pace. He is not a happy camper, so Dennis Judic into 47 is off the pace. He might have some damage. That was a pretty hard lick there for Dennis. And now he is back, has lost the draft. So, fortunately for him, though, if he does get lapped, he'll probably be in the lucky dog position in case there is a caution flag. Boy, here, they no room to breathe on that car. Where's the back of that car at? Man. Easily giving a good view out of the trunk there, but out of the rear deck lid, I should say. 56 is the leader. 22 all over the back of him. 27 of Preston Hassel in third. Chris Hughes is fourth. And it's getting racy. Givaldo Spindle up on a high side as the 6 of Giulio Caligari down on the bottom side. Caligari trying to get by. On board here with Givaldo. Givaldo sticking to the high line. You see where he's at. He's up there at that high line. Use those dotted lines right there. And you're good. You're good. The dash lines. And the 9 giving him a little bit of a shove. 89 of Dana Grover in this mix as well. You got to be careful not to bump draft through the corners. That could be really, really bad. Got to be really careful there and trust that the guy in front of you is going to be able to hold on. It can be a little dicey. Take a look at Giulio Caligari in the 6 car. Right now running in the 8th position. He's on that bottom line. forward here with him as he follows Claudio Bargelli Jr. through. 68 up on the high side as Caligari trying to make his way through. Caligari now picking up a couple spots there. Ow! And there's more contact. Raven Puff there trying to make room. 3 wide behind, and it looked like Spindler got shoved up to the high side. Guys are getting impatient here. 8 laps in. Right, Ritsky Novar. Novar had a little bit of contact there, it looked like. Take a look, Novar in the 10. On the bottom side here as those guys try to make their way through. Might be a little bit too early. For the replay, I should say. Oh, Givaldo came down a little bit, it looked like. And up into the outside wall. Givaldo did come down a little bit. And Tony Furtado had a ringside seat for that one, didn't he? On board here with Tony Furtado. What's this? Trying to figure out what he's going to do. Givaldo just ahead of him. Now you see Ritsky there in the 10 car getting through. Oh! Contact! Man, it's happened in a hurry here. You know, we got a change here as the 56 dropping back. A new race leader, that's Jesus Iglesias, but looks like Tony Furtado wanting to lead. Tony Furtado on the outside line is Dana Grover just behind him. Those guys might be working together here. Givaldo's got his car up to the 3rd position. Looked like he was in the back, baby. 60 laps to go, and these guys are going to be making a pit stop here very, very soon. Now these guys are talking about making pit stops here. Tony Furtado in the 9 is the race leader. Dana Grover 2nd. Givaldo Spindler is 3rd. Jesus Iglesias 4th. Gordon Carter is in the 5th position. We got a new chatter in here. Average Blaney fan. All right, man. Ryan Blaney, Dave Blaney. Going for dad or you going for son on that one? I was always a Dave Blaney fan when I was younger. Not too god awful long ago, but yeah. Tony Furtado is our leader, followed by Dana Grover. Geraldo Spindler is in 3rd. Iglesias 4th. Gordon Carter is 5th. These guys are talking about who they're going to pit with, when they're going to pit, what lane they're going to choose when they come off the track. Are they going to go on the low side? They're going to go on the high side? That matters, man. I mean, things really, really do bunch up very, very quickly. Single file. Nelson Neto a little bit off the pace there. He got shuffled back in that Tim Horton sponsored 12. He's running in the 12th position. Nobody committed to pitting yet. 13 laps in. Aaron Holloway cheering on Dana Grover. Dana running in the 2nd position. And that 89 Fireball Flash Toyota. Sort of a Trax VR racing team. Take a look at Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes up on the high line here, down, dives down to the inside line. Still no takers on pit stops, but I'm thinking they're going to get real serious about it this lap. Yep, does indicate that the 9 has indicated that he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Tony Furtado in the 9 car. Indicating he's going to be pitting this time by the 89 Toyota just behind him. Rivaldo Spindola in the 68 car is in third. Jesus Iglesias fourth. Gordon Carter is in fifth. And here they go. Off the track to come down pit lane. A couple of them there. And oh boy, Chris Hughes coming with them. 3 cars on pit lane. Go back up here and look at Rivaldo Spindola, our race leader. A lot of guys coming down pit lane now. Take a look at there. Gelson Neto finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Rivaldo leading this pack down pit lane. Looks like Dennis Udichin is on pit lane as well. Gelson Neto and Udichin both 1 lap down. And Givaldo, a long time on pit lane for Givaldo. My heavens, man. A lot of time for Givaldo on pit lane. We'll take a look at Giulio Caligari, the leader. Gelson Neto off the pace there, now in P12. Man, what was not a good pit stop there for him. It's like Claudio Bardelli Jr. is coming down pit lane. Also Giulio Caligari. Ritsky Novar staying out. He's going to try to catch this group as they go by and slide in. Try to go a little bit earlier on that one. Unless he's coming down pit lane. Raven Puff, number 10 car, running in the 7th position. Bardelli Jr. is shown as the race leader. He's now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track as you see that crew coming around. Spread these guys out a little bit. Now, you don't want to get out too far out by yourself because you're going to get swallowed up. Benner Silva, I haven't talked too much about Benner here tonight. He's running in that 5 car in the 5th position now as those guys go by. These guys are going to have to work together, man. Spreading things out now a little bit. So Benner Silva and Claudio Bardelli Jr. now working together. Trying to close in on the race leaders. Tony Furtado is our leader. Good pit stop there for those 3 guys right there. Furtado, Dana Grover, and Chris Hughes. Pit stops looks like they have cycled around. Take a look at Chris Hughes running in the 3rd position. Chris, one of those fellow school teachers, man. Hopefully enjoying his summer, unless they're on the balanced calendar, then that sucks. I'll be honest with you. Hopefully he's enjoying his summer, but science teacher as well, I believe. Running in the 3rd position. So we'll get a 3-car breakaway. Bardelli Jr. leading up that next pack of 3 cars. We got some strength in both of those groups. 4.2 second gap between Bardelli and the leader. We've got to keep our eye on that. Those guys need to work together, man, in order to catch that crew. Leonard Silva in this group. He's running in the 5th position, wedged in between the 10 and the 19. Another group of 3. 27, the 56, and the 22. Guys look like they're starting to work on the back of that next group. Only about 1.5 seconds down to that next group. They get a pack of 6 cars rolling, and they'll catch that front 3 in no time. That pack they're trying to catch. Again, it's 1.5, 1.6 seconds. So 3 packs of 3. Look at Giulio Caligari. He's running in the 10th position, so things have really gotten shuffled around here since pit stops. Caligari and Spindola, they're racing together. It looks like Givaldi going by on the inside line. Now we got a little bit larger crew there as that Dennis Yudichin has made his pit stop. He is 1 lap down in the lucky dog position, but this is going to help this group out. Now they've got a group of 4. As long as they stay nose to tail, I think they're going to be okay. Dennis has really no reason to push this. He is a lap down, but he's running with this crew. If there is a yellow flag, he's got the lucky dog spot. Tato is leading. One of our old guard HORL drivers right there. Tato goes back a long way. Brother Jack now out racing with us as well. Dana Grover in the 89 following in the 2nd position, and Chris Hughes is in 3rd. And these guys, this is what they want to see. Able to open up a larger gap. Look at Jesus Iglesias running in the back of this group here. He's in the 9th position, and look at that. Gordon Carter's got a bunch of damage to the back end of his car. I am not sure what happened to Gordon Carter. Did not see anything happen there, but maybe he got hit in the back end, but that car is missing the whole backside. Still got the spoiler on it, but can't imagine that's driving too well. So some contact somewhere along the line has damaged the 56 car. 27 just ahead, and these guys are trying to close in on that group. That doesn't seem to be affecting these guys too badly. Margelli Jr. leading that 2nd pack. Now Novar has dropped back a little bit. Margelli and Silva working together. And I'll tell you what, man. I mean, look at the talent right there in those 3 drivers. A couple Brazilians and our Indonesian driver, Rizky Novar. Novar, a great GT3 racer coming out here and showing what he can do here in the stock cars as well. And he's running in the 6th position. Gelson Neto is back out on track, and he is 1 lap down. As Yudichin has been able to get by, but Jelson's had some bad luck. There was contact early, and I don't think he had a very good pit stop either. And here we are, the Tim Horton sponsored machine, running in the 13th position. Knock on wood, we've been caution-free. Now you get this group. You get this group all bunched up here. This is just going to give them more strength to be able to pull away. We've got another group forming. However, Preston Hassel is in the midst of this fight here. Bardelli Jr. leading this pack, and Preston Hassel in this mix as well. Bernard Silva. So these guys have formed up. Trying to bunch all these cars back up. 25 laps in. Hearing that there may be more pit stops soon. Looking at somewhere around lap 29 for pit stops. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in the fourth position, about 4.5 seconds down to the race leader. A little bit bigger pack there. You have one car that has some damage, and that is the 56 car. Preston Hassel in the 27. Castrol sponsor machine. My back in view here. There we go. It's different at every mod, man. I wish I could delete half these cameras. We don't have to cycle through them. So again, you're looking at about lap 29 to see pit stops, at least with some of these guys. And I think we're looking at a couple guys there with Givaldo Spindola and Giulio Caligari. These guys are running in 10th and 11th respectively. They want to see a caution flag. They want to try to get back caught up to these packs. And they're going to need some help with only racing with two of them. See the front two there, Tony Furtado, Dana Grover. I have a feeling that those guys are going to work together here on pit stops. I'd say it's either this coming lap or the lap after that. These guys are going to be making pit stops. Tony Furtado being out front is not going to have as good a fuel mileage. 89 indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. Tony Furtado also indicating he's going to make a pit stop here. So the front two going to make pit stops. I don't know about the 7 and the 47, the 12. And, oh, boy. And here they come, 4 of them. So the 9, the 89, the 7, and the 12 on pit lane. And that's going to give the race lead to Claudio Bardelli Jr. So Tony Furtado is on pit lane. Finishing up his pit stop now. That whole crew finishing up their pit stops as Bardelli Jr. the leader. Imagine these guys, he and Bernard Silva, Ritsky Novar. I think they're going to be making pit stops here soon, and it doesn't look like they are coming down pit lane. Nope, they've skipped it. Tricked me. Rolling up on some lap traffic now. Dennis Uderton to the inside to let these guys go. He is now falling a lap down. 27 indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. Givaldo Spindola is on pit lane with Giulio Caligari. Preston Hassel indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time by. Gordon Carter following him in. And now Gordon, I don't know if he's going to get some damage repaired on that car or not. Claudio Bardelli Jr. also coming to Bernard Silva on pit lane. A big group on pit lane. Busy pit lane here on lap 30. Claudio Bardelli Jr. giving up the race lead to come down pit lane. Oh, boy, look at that. Giulio Caligari coming back out. Caligari, man, that was brave right there. Caligari coming back out on the track, and, man, Bardelli Jr. was coming down into his pit stall and almost made contact. Gordon Carter looks like he might be getting some damage repaired. Oh, boy, he's going to lose that group. He's going to lose that group. And Ben Silva's going to come out into the race lead. Holy smokes. Action on pit lane. A lot of things change in there as they come down pit lane. Chris Hughes running into third position. Good run here for him, man. He is hanging right there with the front pack. Furtado, Grover, Hughes, Silva, and Bardelli. Gelson Neto is the fourth car in line. Gelson is one lap down in the lucky dog position. We've been caution-free. Take a look at Gelson Neto in the 12. Tim Horton sponsored Ford. Furtado is the leader, man. He has been strong here tonight. Dana Grover just behind him in the second position. The 7 of Chris Hughes is in third. Ben Silva in that second pack is in fourth. Take a look at Ben Silva. This guy right here does not make a lot of mistakes. That is for sure. I've raced with him, not just in stock cars, but done some other forms of racing with him as well. And he is a fantastic race car driver, and he's got some great ones right there with him too. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Ritsky Novar, and Jesus Iglesias. Ritsky Novar, our GT3 specialist, coming out here and gracing us with his presence. He's running in the 6th position in the Toyota. Take a look at old Raven Puff there, racing all the way from Indonesia. He was having some connection problems earlier. Unfortunately, went and rebooted his modem and got back in here, and he's been solid ever since. Has not had the night he's wanted to have, man. He got involved in a little scrape early on, and that car has not been the way he wants it. It has really not been to his liking since then. Here he is running in the 13th position in the Toyota. Not exactly where I think he wanted to be. Rivaldo Spindola did not have a very good pit stop, fell off the base, and now finds himself back in the 12th position, one lap down. First car one lap down is Gelson Neto in the 12 car. You see Giulio Caligari now following a lap down. Those guys go by. So Caligari, best bet for him is just to tuck in, hang with these guys, and hope for caution flag so you can get a lucky dog. Next guy close to getting swallowed up here is the 27, the Preston Hassel, that Castrol sponsor machine. He's running into the 9th position. And they are closing in on him in a hurry. Looking out of the back of Preston's machine, and that front group coming in a hurry. Preston going to stay up on the high side, and I think let these guys go. It's like the 9 and the 89 doing a pretty good job of working together. Gelson Neto getting by Preston Hassel. Now Gelson Neto is in the lucky dog position. So Neto in the lucky dog position if there is a caution flag. And it does look like Dana Grover is going to get around Tony Furtado. Might have been a little conversation there between the two of them. A little gentleman's agreement. I would imagine that's going to go out the window once we start getting around 10 to go. We are 36 laps in, just past halfway. A lot of racing in store. And thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate everybody being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Share my videos with all your friends. Always looking for some more subscribers there. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. Gordon Carter running with Dennis Udichin. Gordon, a little bit of damage to that machine. I'm not really sure what happened to give him that damage. Other than somebody hit him in the back. Nobody's come around, so it had to be something like that. Take a look at Giulio Caligari. Now he's up there with the front pack. Caligari, what he wants to do is get around Gelson Neto. Neto in the 12 wants to hold on to his position. He does not want to let Caligari around him. Both those guys are dealing with a lucky dog scenario. If you take a look, Gelson Neto is in 9th, 1 lap down, and Caligari running in the 10th position, 1 lap down. And Neto is in the lucky dog position. We've been caution-free, knock on wood. So Dana Grover is our leader. Fireball Flash sponsor machine. Hurtado is in 2nd. Chris Hughes has had a great night. He's running in the 3rd position. Very quiet guy, man. Doesn't say too much. Gets in here, gets it done. No drama. It's out in races, and when he's been able to be here, that car is usually up front or close to it. And I'm hearing that maybe there might be some pit stops here soon. Dana Grover indicating that there may be a pit stop in his near future. Jesus Iglesias running in the 6th position, just behind Claudio Bardelli Jr. Benner Silva leading that crew is in P4. 30 laps to go. Definitely on the back half of this race. Grover, Furtado, Hughes, Silva, Bardelli Jr. rounding out the top 5. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias in the 22. On board here with him as he's running behind Claudio Bardelli Jr. Out the throttle there. Didn't want to make contact through the corners. That's a bad place to make contact. That is for sure. It's a recipe for disaster. And Benner Silva is in 4th. I wonder when these guys are going to pit. See, these guys pitted a lap later than that front crew. Dana Grover and Tony Furtado both indicating they're going to be coming down pit lane. Chris Hughes, been kind of quiet. Haven't heard much out of him as far as pit stop. Whoop, hit the wrong button. Here we go. Chris Hughes, is he peeling off the track? And it does look like he is. So Chris Hughes coming down pit lane. Chris Hughes on board here with him as we see Dana Grover And Tony Furtado making a pit stop as well. Chris Hughes into his pit box. Furtado and Furtado and who the hell is on there? I forget. Oh, Dana Grover, right there he is. Sorry, I'm doing about 16 things at once. I promise you. And all those things that all the cameramen and you know the people that are throwing up stats, that ain't happening. It's all me, bro. As these guys finishing up their pit stop. Now that I know who I'm focused on, I'm good. Benner Silva leading that second crew. He is our race leader. They've been the second pack for a while, and they're going to be making a pit stop here for pretty soon as well. As we take a look at Dana Grover's now back in the 6th position after making a pit stop. Only 3 of those guys together now. That could matter. I mean, you're looking at a 5-car pack. They're getting ready to make a pit stop, led by Benner Silva. Silva, Bardelli Jr., Iglesias, Novar, and Hassel all running together here. They have to pick a lane. This can get interesting, that's for sure, as those guys all making pit stops now. All together. And it looks like it's clean. On board here with Benner Silva. As Grover leading that pack, that's now back out on the track, followed by Tony Furtado and Chris Hughes. Now, can these guys get all out here together? That'll help them. You get a pack of 5, they can close in on this pack of 3. And there they go, right there. They gotta get going though, man. They don't seem like they're that organized back there. Silva on the outside as Bardelli Jr. sneaks through. I think they've cut the gap though. I think they have cut the gap a little bit. So Grover is the leader. And I think they have closed the gap somewhat. Tony Furtado is in second. Chris Hughes is third. And we'll kind of get an idea of where they are here as Grover. Looks like they've got about 8 seconds on that crew, so a little bit bigger than I thought. As they see that front 3, and then here's the second pack right here. Dana Grover leading the race here in the 89 car. This will be a big one, man, for the Trax VR crew there watching him. Trax Day Media. Darren Holloway also. Don't forget about Dana's girlfriend. Where's she at tonight? She's seeing here. Cheering him on. Chris Hughes dropping back there just a little bit. Got to be really careful. Really careful not to lose that crew. One little slip up and you lose those front 2. They're not going to slow down for you. He's got a good run to get back, close back up there with him. Chris Hughes running in P3. Julio Caligari and Gelson Neto. We got some more guys coming back off pit lane there. Udichin and Gordon Carter. Man, these guys are going to be so close. By the time it all shakes out, there is about 22 laps to go. Definitely going to be another pit stop in the future here, and that's going to be interesting after that to see if, what happens. Jesus Iglesias leading that second pack. They are about 9.5, almost 10 seconds down now. So Jesus is 9.8 seconds down to the race leader. Bardelli Jr. running in the 19 car. He's running behind Preston Hassel. Hassel's in the 27. A couple Fords here working together. Hassel in the 27, a Castrol Edge sponsored machine. And Bardelli Jr. in the Sober Tom podcast. Sponsored Ford. What am I doing? I'm sorry. Speaking of Sober Tom, don't forget to support Claudio Bardelli Jr. by going over to the YouTube channel there, Sober Tom Podcast on YouTube. I know he is doing Wednesdays. He's doing his podcasts on Wednesdays, or at least he has been. But I'm sure those are all up there for you to check out. Updates, subscribe to his channel. You get updates when races are going, or when his podcasts are going live. All things music. And it looks like Preston Hassel going to dive out to the high line, up to the high line, and let those guys go by. And the risk there when you do that is you scrub off too much speed and you lose that group. And we're taking a look at Preston there trying to close back in. It is always a risky move when you do that. Now you got to stay in line and stay up with that crew. They want to have you there. You do not want to drop back, and they are dropping back. They are dropping back. Bernard Silva is in the tail end of this trilogy, and that group behind him now is, man, they're about a second back, second and a half maybe. They might have lost the pack here. We'll see if Raven Puff can get up there. Ritsky Novar in the 10. That Raven Puff Toyota, he's closed back up there. More cars, faster. Raven Puff going to the outside. And Preston Hassel's going to close that gap. Now, Givaldo in this mix as well. Now, Givaldo is 2 laps down in the 68 car. Ritsky needs to hold on to these guys. As Jesus is the leader of that pack. Guys just need to stay in line and hope to close in. They are 12 seconds back. That front 3 has got something figured out. And it's starting to get a little racy back there. That is not helping them. Preston Hassel now dropping to the back because those guys are side by side. They're wanting to race. Preston Hassel watching this out of the front of his car, and it is a mess right now. That is an absolute mess. I don't know what these guys are doing. Now they're side by side. They have no hope of catching that front pack when they're doing this. I guarantee you. And on board here with Preston Hassel, he's going to get back by Ritsky Novar. Novar tucks in. Novar running in the number 10 car. That front 3 have got something figured out, man. They're 13.5 seconds up on P4. Still seeing another pit stop in the future. Dana Grover, the leader. Tony Furtado second. Chris Hughes is in third. There's Giulio Caligari. He and Gelson Neto run together. Both those guys are a lap down. Now, Preston Hassel is a lap down as well. I thought he was on the lead lap, but he is a lap down. He's running in the 8th position. Giulio Caligari running in 9th. Gelson Neto is in 10th. Gordon Carter been off the pace there for a little bit. We know there's a lot of damage there in that car, and he and Dennis Jurichin plugging away, running in 11th. Jurichin is running in the 13th position. Couple cars 2 laps down, and we have 4 cars 1 lap down. The first car 1 lap down in the lucky dog position is Preston Hassel. More pit stops coming. Going to remind myself to make this a 1X race versus a 2X race. It seems like this always burns the fuel off really, really quickly, and they get somewhere around 15 to maybe 17 laps. And this will be, I think, their final pit stop here as long as it stays green. We've been green the whole way. Here, the 89 car is going to lead this group down pit lane. An idea what it's like to pit stop, make a pit stop here. He's on the bottom line. On board here with Dana Grover. On board here with Dana Grover. You see, this is fast and furious. When you come off pit lane, you got to get woed up for the line, and Dana Grover does a great job. 7 of Chris Hughes also coming down pit lane. Now nobody can make it on fuel, so you're gonna see pit stops out of that second crew as well. And both those guys tucking in their pit stalls. You take a look there, man, look at that. These guys are on top of one another coming off pit lane. Staying together, the best thing they can do. They had a little bit of wiggle room with that other group. That other group got a little racy, they fell back. And now these guys have made their last pit stop, I think. Keep my fingers crossed here. I think I'm right on this. That'd be the last pit stop for those guys. And Dana Grover now in P5, followed by Tony Furtado. Chris Hughes is running in the 7th position. Furtado running in 6th. Now that front crew, there's a lot of mess that could go on right here. And Bardelli Jr. leading this crew. Not heard anything out of these guys as far as pit stops yet. Benner Silva running in 2nd. Iglesias is 3rd. Novar is in the 4th position. Been a good run here for Ritsky Novar. Now indicating these guys are going to be coming down pit lane. This could get a little wild here. We've got, 6 cars there running together. 5 cars running together. 6 cars, 7 cars, 8, 5, 6 cars running together. Not out of count, I swear. Some of those guys are a lap down, too. 27 is a lap down. 68 is a lap down. And the rest of the 4 cars are on the lead lap. Now, lane choice. And you see these guys coming down pit lane. Benner Silva is all over the back of the 19 car right now. Board here with Benner Silva. Hard on the brakes. Benner Silva hard on the brakes there as they come across the line. He's in the grass. Benner Silva gets in the grass. And the 5 car tuck it into his pit stall. 19 also tuck it into his pit stall. Jesus Iglesias in the 22 in his pit stall. Wow. Drama. What do you do here as far as fuel? You take a full load of fuel. There those guys go, the leaders. They were chucking, man. Ooh, boy. They went by in a hurry. And Jesus Iglesias, the leader of that crew, comes out in the 4th position. And those guys are about 9 seconds back, and it's increasing. Wow. Great pit stops here, man. A lot of drama there going on in pit lane. When you're going to pit, which lane you're going to choose, how much fuel did you take? These guys have worked so well together here, this front three. Grover, Furtado, and Hughes have worked so well together here tonight. And this would be a big win for any of these three guys. They all love racing. And it would be a big deal. That crew in the second group is running now about 11.5 seconds back, and they're starting to get a little racy. Ritsky Novar now starting to decide, you know, hey, look, man, we're not going to catch this crew unless there's a real problem. Let's just get racy. And this pack has thinned out somewhat. Benor Silva and Preston Hassel now running back there by himself. So Silva, something happened to Benor Silva. And I'm not sure what it was, but he fell off. When Hughes went around, those guys, that front crew went around, he lost his spot and now finds himself back to the 7th position. So, big shakeup here. .5 seconds now separate P1 and P4. Second group. Doesn't seem to be any lap traffic that's worrisome. This guy's got a clear track ahead. Take a look at Ritsky Novar. He has had an up and down night, man. Early on, it really looked like he was in big trouble, and he has not lost his composure. He had a connection issue in the warm-up session. Came back, got things restarted and rebooted, and here he is running in the 6th position, right behind Iglesias and Bardelli Jr. A pack of 3 there. Preston Hassel is in the lucky dog position. If there's a lucky dog, 27 will be the benefactor. I don't think there's anybody else really at risk of going a lap down right now. Hassel's running behind Benor Silva, and Silva is the last car on the lead lap. Communication here. Dana Grover here indicating to those guys that are a lap down, here's where we're at, boys. See him just ahead. So some lap cars just ahead. You want to cleanly get around these guys. Gordon Carter in that mix. Dennis Uderchin as well, and Gelson Neto. I don't think, with respect to the leaders, I don't think you're in that big a hurry there. You got a 15-second gap on the next crew of 3 cars, Iglesias, Bardelli, and Novar. There's not a sense of urgency there. But you got to be careful when you time this thing because, Furtado, Hughes can get around you pretty easily if you don't time it just right. They may decide to work together. They're rolling up on some lap traffic, and there's more lap traffic ahead as well. So, at 4 to go. And indicating these guys are going to go to the high side. So the race leaders go to the high side here, and we got more lap traffic. Iglesias is up there as well. So now you add that car in, you got some drafting issue. You got a potential drafting issue right now. And here we go. Oh, man, way up by the wall. Dana Grover was way up by the wall. Wow. And if you saw what Caligari did, he got all the way off the track down onto the apron to let these guys race it out. It's solid by Giulio Caligari. That's just a high racing IQ right there. It's tough to keep your car down on the apron like that. But, he was really going through the trioval area and no harm, no foul. Got down, out of the way, let those other guys that were, racing, Gordon Carter and Neto and those guys there, and Uderchin, let them go as well. Across the start-finish line, we got 2 to go. And now you got some lap cars here that are running behind, that are catching the draft, and they can influence this race. Wow. Chris Hughes, you got to be wondering what's going through his mind right now. Chris Hughes in the 7 car. Running in the 3rd position. He could be in the catbird seat. 56 car to the high side. Let these guys go. Let them race it out. But, hey, you're out there to get a good finish as well. And 1 lap to go. 2 laps to go. 1 lap to go. Now closing in on Givaldo. Clear of the lap car. Down the backstretch. Dana Grover, the race leader. Tony Furtado in 2nd. Chris Hughes is in 3rd. Got some lap cars there in this mix as well. Dana Grover, can he hold on? Chris Hughes in this mix. Here we go. Through the trioval, Dana Grover. Can he hold off the charge? And Dana Grover does it. He ends up getting the win. Wow. That was going to get a little racier, but hey, we'll take it. Caution free. So great job to Dana Grover on getting the win in the Fireball Flash number 89 Toyota. How about that, huh? That's a big win. And everybody drinking Fireball tonight. Wow, no caution flags either. That was a great run there for the 89. trying to get a good bit of sunlight so we can get the good look at that car. That's good enough. So wow, what a race there for Dana Grover and Tony Furtado, as well as Chris Hughes. You guys did a great job. So Dana Grover gets the win. We got to get our screenshot ready. I'm a little bit out of practice there, so be patient. Been a while since I've done a broadcast, man. So fantastic. Take a look at the final results. Great race of these guys, man. Dana Grover gets the big win. Tony Furtado finishes in second. How about Dana with the Toyota, huh? Up there in up front. Chris Hughes finishes in the third position. Jesus Iglesias fourth. Ritsky Novar, how about our other Toyota up there, finishes in the fifth position. Claudio Bartelli Jr. finishes in sixth. Benner Silva seventh. Preston Hassel finishes in the eighth position. Finishing in ninth is Gordon Carter. Jelson Neto finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in the 11th spot is Dennis Jurich, and Givaldo Spindola finishes in 12th, and Julio Galagare finishes in the 13th position. Wow, what a good caution-free race right there, man. A lot of fun. See that as well, man. Whew. Probably use another little space there. There we go. Get that over and make it look a little bit better. All right, we'll get a better song in here. All right, we're joined in the booth now with Tony Furtado and Dana Grover. What a fantastic race there. Little pit stop strategy, a little working together. And talk about how that went for you there, Dana.
Yeah, that was great, Heath. Welcome back. First broadcast back. We missed you. I think we put on a show for the fans tonight.
Yeah, you know what? You and Tony were just glued to each other's bumper all night long, and I think maybe the biggest question mark would have been getting on and off pit lane together. Tony, talk about how you felt about that.
Welcome back, Heath. Good to have you back, and it's good to be back racing. I was on off a little bit, but anyway, yes. To answer your question, the communication was awesome. We were communicating, and getting on pit road was. We just communicated, and it just happened to work out. Dana's a great super speedway driver, and I enjoy drafting with him, and things just worked out.
Man, you guys had to feel good about yourself when you saw after those last three pit stops, you just kept increasing the time gap between you guys and that crew behind you. Dana, what was going through your mind there on and off pit lane, and then when you undoubtedly saw that crew just kept falling back.
Yeah, my first thought was don't screw up the pit stops. We got to get on the throttle here, and you really got to work the clutch to get the back axle rolling on pit road here. So I want to give credit to Chris Hughes too, because he was right with us the whole time. I think he had some radio problems and couldn't join us, but I just want to comment on that usually Friday night for me is a team race, and normally I'd be at Trax VR tonight, but we have the Calgary Stampede in town tonight, so all of Trax VR is got their boots on, their cowboy hats on, and they're entertaining all of the tourists here for the Stampede. So Tony, Chris, I felt like we were Trax VR tonight, and great teamwork, and I can't say enough. This is a shared win, and I'm honored to have you guys on the radio with me.
Well, Chris, summer break for you, I'm guessing, and talking about how that race went for you. You kept your car up there all night long, and did you have any plans to pick a guy who you were going to go with at the end?
Yeah, it is summer break. Unfortunately, it's coming to an end here soon, just a couple more weeks, but it was a great race. I just kind of went with Dana and Tony for that first round of pit stops, and when I came out behind them, I just decided, okay, I'm just going to hang out here in third and be the little brother hanging out with the big brothers here and just kind of hold on. And when it came to the end, I had no idea what I was going to do. If Tony went for it, I guess I would figure it out when it happened.
We always feel like here at Talladega, it's almost a crapshoot of when you pit stop, because you never know when the big one's going to happen. The caution flag's going to come out and get caught on the pit lane. Is that going through you guys, when you guys are thinking about that, is that going through your mind as well?
Oh, yeah. I'll speak to that you never want to get trapped as that caution comes out, and the fuel gamble early on that first stop. You always want to make one extra lap, but if you run out of fuel, you don't have the horses to keep up with the pack. So it was a bit of a gamble, I think, for all of us tonight, and gamble that paid off. We literally had less than a lap of fuel at the end, so just enough for the burnout.
Tony, good to see the car up front there. I know sometimes, racing's been a little bit off and on for you as of late, but and also it seems like, man, you put all those pieces in the right spot, but then just something happens to take you out of the hunt there. But you kept your car in it tonight.
Yeah, it was. It's been a little rough lately, but the past months. But got fast cars and feel good. Just making some mistakes, and I guess I just have to learn from them. But tonight everything went pretty smooth, and Dana and Chris did an amazing job. Great communication, and we just worked out. And I'll get my day up there.
Well,
Until
we'll
then,
go in order. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No problem. Until then, I just enjoy it. I'm just enjoying having fun, and it's a blast.
Well, we'll go in order of finishing here. Next week is Dover. Dana, thoughts on Dover?
Dover is definitely my worst track, so we pushed all our chips in all in tonight, and if I get a top 10 next week, we're going to be happy, but we'll deal with this one tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got to second that. I'm not very good at Dover. It's one of my worst tracks, to be honest with you, but we'll just see how it plays out.
I love Dover. It's a real rhythm track, so I love it to race it.
Uh-oh,
doesn't mean I'm going to do very good, but
well, hey, congratulations, guys. Good 1-2-3 finish, and best of luck to you next week at Dover. Save those tires.
Heath, can I add one last thing? Tony, absolutely. I don't know if you remember last Super Speedway race, we were dominant. We were at the front of the pack, and just something happened in the middle that we got separated, and I remember telling you we'll get them next time. Congrats, bud. I'm glad we got them next time. That's right.
I do remember that, Dana. That's right. Hey, congratulations to you. Great win. I always respected you as a racer, period, sim racer, and I really enjoy drafting with you and racing super speedways with you. You're one of the best out there.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and I'll echo the same to you, Heath. None of this happens without you, so welcome back, and we missed you. Glad to have you back for the summer.
All right, hey, thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next week at Dover.
You
Sounds
got it.
good.
Thank you, Heath.
Thanks, Heath. Good job, Chris.
Thank you.
And that's the crew joining us here in the booth. I don't normally do a three-way interview, but it didn't work out too well or too bad, did it? It was pretty good. So good idea there. I don't know who thought of that, but I'm here to please, I swear. Well, as I mentioned, next week, oh man, I just got that crap up there. Sorry, boys. Next week we'll be at Dover, 130 lap race. My God, I hate that track. I personally do not like Dover. I'm never good at Dover. I can't save my tires. That thing munches the tires, and I have never been good at that track. But hey, I'll be in the broadcast booth. I don't care. So that's coming up next week, and it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, we get a little bit more racing this weekend. I'd like this track right here. If I had my choice between Portland and Dover, I'd race Portland every day and twice on Sunday. 45-lap race coming up tomorrow in the Saturday Night Thunder Next Gen. I've got it's the sprint course too, so it's not super technical. It only takes you about 55 seconds or so to get around the track. So it's going to be an interesting one. That's coming up tomorrow. Portland International and the Saturday Night Thunder. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. I really appreciate everybody being here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And smash that bell, huh? Boy, what a fun race it was tonight. We got some more in store for you next Wednesday. New Hampshire Motor Speedway coming up. 110-lap race there. It's race number 7 of the season. And New Hampshire is a tough track, baby. So it's going to be a fun one, man. That's coming up on Wednesday, July the 16th. Well, congratulations to Dana Grover on getting the big win. Fireball Flash, and I know regardless of whether he was racing from the Trax VR facility or not, I know he's got a lot of fans out there that love watching him race, and that's amazing. So congratulations to Dana on a well-deserved win out of him. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining me here on Turn Left TV. I appreciate everybody coming out. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Until then, I am out of here.